Coming to you live from the city that never sleeps, New York City. It's Up Late with Johnny Potenza.
We are live.
Yo, Lisa Coppola, what's going on?
Yo, Johnny, how are you doing?
I mean, Cope. How's it going, buddy?
It's doing all right. I'm doing all right. How's
That's
everybody out there in Facebook land?
Yeah, Facebook. Johnny P's news to Facebook Live, and Lisa Coppola put a gun to my head. She says, come on. So here we are.
Said you got to learn how to do this. It's a lot of fun. And we're going to talk to you folks, bring you up to speed.
To the 24 of you that are going to listen to us. But we're here to pretty much, me and Lisa always work together on and off. And I forgot, Lisa, how did you come? How did me and you meet actually in the beginning, back in the day when you first came to my show? How did we meet again? I forget.
Somebody recommended that I should go on your show. Mm-hmm. And I was singing a lot then, and I was recording and writing and recording. And so I came on your show and I sang for the first time. And then you invited me back to co-host.
I think, it wasn't Joe Casper that turned you on, right?
No, but he was on the very first show that I did with you.
Yes, you came up and you sang. I remember that.
Yeah.
And then, I asked you to come co-host with me because, and when you did, you came in every now and then. We had a lot of fun. And then,
because we're both Italians, we taught everybody about what a Mamaluke is. Remember that?
Yep. And a Fanuc. Well, this is what we're going to talk about. First, we're going to talk about what me and Lisa did then, and then we're going to promote the next show that we've been doing. We'll tell you what happened, why we had to cancel the last 3 shows. So, Lisa, you remember it was a day back. It was a winter night. I don't know if it was snowing or it was just cold out. It was on February 25th, 2010. Whoever knew, and we had Pete Davidson, comedian Pete Davidson, who was an unknown back then. He was 16 years old. We had actor Jose Hernandez Jr.
Yep.
You remember the other guest?
I do. We had a singing duo, and they were awesome. Do you remember their name?
Yes, of course. That was Eddie and Zach. They were half a diverse.
Yes. And then we had Angela Massimilo, right? Yeah. She also sang that day. I actually have a picture of the entire group of people that were on the show.
In your pocketbook?
I got everything. Let me just screen share this really quick.
Let me see.
And show this to everybody. Hang on one second. I'm going to screen share this little photo there.
Wow, look, Lisa, I tell you, Lisa knows her shit when it comes to social media.
Well, nice. This video stuff. Look at that. Okay, so, but Johnny, who's that on the left there?
That's you guys are gonna laugh. We call him Chris Mamaluke. He was one of my, because he was a Mamaluke. He really was nice kid, but this guy, he was in outer space. He was out to lunch, you might say. He was a friend of mine's brother who asked me to have him help out. He was okay while he lasted. You know, the only strong survive when you work with Johnny P, right?
That's exactly right.
Either I drive them crazy or they have too much fun, they can't leave.
That's right.
All right.
So anyway, left to right, call out who's left to right. So that's
we got Chris Mamaluke, we got Eddie Perry, who's a flight. He's a pilot now. Angela, she used to sing for churches. She still sings. Zach. I haven't talked to Zach in a while. I think that's Lisa Coppola.
That'd be
below
me.
You is Peter driving a fake big wheels, Johnny P, and then the infamous Jose Hernandez Jr. from Oz.
Oh, and I remember he told us that he was on Oz, and I was so proud. It was my first show with you, and I remember I said, "Oh, we're not in Kansas anymore."
Yeah, that's right. And that was your first show?
I think it was my first show because I was so proud that I came out of my shell to say something like that. So my very first show, Pete Davidson was on the show. Can you believe that?
I knew he was going to make it. I never knew he was going to make it as fast and as big as he did. Okay, hide that picture so we can see each other. Cool.
Yeah.
So, the story is that show was a good show, but it was also the beginning of our third season where I didn't really know where. I mean, just started getting a buzz. It was a lot of fun, and we were building up a fan base, but it was starting to go. I mean, not go, but it was working. So who knew? And here we are. So after Pete Davidson blew up big, I said, you know what? Let me revisit the show and start posting this stuff. And then people will love and see who like Pete Davidson, love a little Pete Davidson. There's another story that I really don't want to go into. I had it up on the internet years ago. The only thing I could say is Nick Cannon, the famous Nick Cannon, pulled it off of YouTube because he was managing Pete Davidson at the time. And honestly, and I always liked Pete Davidson. It's a shame that he kind of disappeared from everybody, from the Staten Island people. But, and I'm nothing bad to say about him, but he's trying to talent release from Pete Davidson, and we still have it on file. So that footage, I own it. What am I going to do? Couldn't afford to sue Nick Cannon over what? A video that wasn't making me any money. So I just kind of ate it. And that was it. Now all the laws and the rules changed with the internet. So technically, unless I'm saying something bad or someone's saying something bad or it's a hate or a racist thing, they can't touch it. They don't bother. So listen, a guy who was on my show, I was walking in and I was getting some product for myself. And I see Pete Davidson's mug on Lightning Bleach. You got to see this. This is off the hook.
Oh my goodness.
So once you get to a shampoo bottle, you know, you pretty much made it. I'm shopping a couple of months ago. What do I see? Pete Davidson hanging out with Kim Kardashian. I mean, unbelievable. So
hot and heavy romance.
Yeah,
I mean, well, good for him. Good for him. You know what? He was a nice kid. It was obvious. He was funny. He deserves it, right?
Unfortunately, when you're climbing the ladder, people hate you. When you make it, people hate you. But then you know what? More people, they love you and they hate you. So the people that hated you when you make it wind up loving you, and the ones that didn't even know who you were when you make it, they hate you because you're having too much fun. So there's business people out there. It's not all fun and games. You know, people think, oh, look at them, Johnny P. He's having a great time. He's having fun. It's a major sacrifice, and I'm just a trout in a river. Yeah.
Or are you a salmon swimming upstream? That's the question.
Like that. You know, like Pete Davidson got his guardian angel. I'm still waiting for my guardian angel to open up my door. What do you think, Lisa? And your door too, both of us, right?
Well, you know something, I get to sing. I make a good chunk of my income singing, thank God, right? My voice has stayed intact. It's all holding together pretty well. And so anybody out there who's looking for an excellent MC or an excellent host for network TV or maybe Netflix, that's Johnny P. That's your guy right there.
Listen to me. I'm not no rocket scientist. I'm just all fun and laughs. The thing is, I really don't want to be on a major network. If I got offered it, I'm not going to turn it down. But for people that are trying to get into the business in any kind of work like that, the major networks are the toughest to get on when it comes to late night or talk shows because it just is. So, and a lot of people are godfathered in or they're already picked to do that. It's like one in a million guys that's not a comedian, so gets put there. But with this day of streaming, with the branches of Amazon, Netflix, Hulu, Tubi, it makes it possible for a guy like me to get on it. The thing is, you got to have money. You got to have money to have the production, or the production company has to come pick you up, make your series, and then put it on. Anything's possible. That's what I'm going for the future. I'm not dead yet. And then, you know, I hear from people, you hear from people that had names, or they wore a name, or they don't name. Everyone tries to tell you what to do or how to do it, and why you didn't succeed, or what you should do. I just say you got to go with your heart. You can't listen to everybody. There are people that know a lot more than you or me, but your heart will tell you whether you should listen to that person or not. And there's a lot of haters out there too. Well,
I think that if you have haters,
You're doing
proves that
something
you're
right.
doing something right. Well, you're actually visible out there, and so people can see you.
Yeah.
But don't you? Didn't you get the cover of AWE? Is that what they call it? Is it Awe?
Yes. Oh, I got it downstairs.
You got it downstairs. That's okay. We can.
Do you have it on
we
your
can.
phone?
I got it on my phone. Yeah. Hang on one second. Maybe I could show it to the folks like this. Hang on.
How about you talk fast and I go run down and get it?
All right. I'll tell
I'll be
you what.
30
Do that.
count. That'll be 30 seconds.
Okay. So I don't know if you guys are you're not going to be able to see this because I've got lights here and so forth. But it's the cover of AWE magazine and it's within the Staten Island Advance. So he's going to go get it and show it to you. And you guys will get a good look at that. Talks about the Pete Davidson thing and the fact that Johnny's been doing this for a long time. He started out as Late Night with Johnny P. And then it evolved, and now he's doing Up Late with Johnny Potenza, and that came about because Johnny wanted to keep his father's name in the forefront because he did lose his dad. So,
Yes.
Italian tradition, right? Okay, you take it from there.
Plus keeping the Italian name out there. Like, you got a great name, Coppola, Potenza. Come on. Early
Madonna.
mornings with Coppola and Potenza. Late nights with Potenza and Coppola. Potenza. It's like De Niro, Pesci, Pacino, Gotti, Potenza. So no more Johnny P. Listen. I love being called Johnny P. But I am getting older. I am getting wrinkles. I am getting a little fatter. What are you going to do?
Time marches on. And so the way I look at it, you have to love who you are because we're still here. We're lucky to still be here. So many folks, we had to postpone the show, everybody, because of COVID-19. And COVID-19 has been wreaking havoc all around the planet. People have been passing away, losing loved ones. We're lucky to still be standing. And we're going back into production on March 3rd. Definitely.
But before we show the guests, here it is, ladies and gentlemen, my first Or cover ever. Yeah! It's not National Enquirer or the Star, but I think it had a lot to do with having Petey Boy next to me. Listen, whatever it takes. And what's cool about it is they really have this set up good. They incorporated it because the other part of it's here, and then they got Saturday Night Live with Pete here, and then they got Up Late Night with Pete there. So it's pretty cool.
Oh, very cool.
And he was still taller than me back then. I mean, everybody's taller than me.
That is true.
Except Biden. I don't know. He's probably like, how tall is he? Is he 6 foot tall? But he looks like he's 5 feet tall.
No idea. I have no idea. But all right.
So let's talk about the guests, Lee.
Okay, let's talk about the guests. We have a duo who will be singing on the show.
Yes.
And that is Lou Venaria and
Joanne Roberts. And for everybody, and for everybody out there, Lou Venaria, he's a well-known actor and he's a singer, but he got his big break in The Bronx Tale back in the day. He played Crazy Mario in The Bronx Tale. And then as years went on, he did a bunch of movies, The Irishman, and the list goes on. He's a great singer, and he usually has his, I don't know, they might have a band and they might not have a band. So we're waiting. But either way, Joanne and Lou are going to be singing together. And they're actually going out with each other for about 4 or 5 years now.
Oh, how nice.
Yeah.
And I've been trying to get Johnny to sing a duet with me for, 10 years. Just for the hell of it. I was like, why can't we dress up like Sonny and Cher? That would be a pisser. I'll tell you what, you guys, put it in the comments if you would like to see Johnny dressed up like Sonny with a fur vest and singing.
I'm shy.
You're shy. You are
Listen,
not shy.
I know. I'm only certain things make me shy. And I'm not, I wish I could sing, but I can't sing. I could sing good for about 15 seconds and then I lose my voice.
Sonny couldn't either. But anyway,
I can do it as a goof, maybe.
Lou Venaria, you're going to do it one of these days. Lou Venaria and Joanne Roberts. And then we've got Steve the Magician.
Yeah, that's a real creative name. It's
Well,
like
you know what? It's great marketing. It tells you what he does.
It's like Bob the Garbage Man, you know?
Yeah, but it
Like I
tells
got
you
my friend, we
exactly.
call him Benny the Claw because he has a hand that's like a claw when he grabs you.
Uh-huh.
You know, so but I bust his chops. Actually Steve was on our first season of late night, so I'm bringing him back. He wants to come. He's a local guy. And who else we have at that night? Oh, look, I can't even remember the guest on my own show. How's that?
Oh my goodness.
You know what it is? We canceled 3 shows because of the COVID, and we had to switch everybody around. And I apologize because the guys like a living legend locally. We have Chris Monty.
Yeah, Chris
Well-known
Monty.
comedian. He's going to be on the show. It's very, 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 very funny. And I'm
So
stuttering.
he's an actor and a comedian. He's got all kinds of things going. Chris Monty.
Yeah. And then what about the one and only Vinny Parker, PI?
PI, private investigator. I can't wait to meet him.
He's a character.
Yeah, because he looks like a character. I've seen his Facebook, and I became friends with him on Facebook. I reached out to him, and I'm like, wow, this is going to be an interesting interview for sure.
He's a real PI, and then he picked up for a couple of seasons back in the day on reality TV called Vinny Parker PI. And then he still was doing his PI service to this day, and he has a new book out. So that's what he's there to talk about.
Oh, good.
And then if things go right in the future, well, I'm definitely going to, I don't know when, but soon, all these Zooms are going to turn into a podcast. And if Lisa has the time and things work out, we're either going to do it together or we're going to do it every now and then. And even with the show, Lisa's going to be popping in and out because she has a busy schedule. Like, tell everybody about all the school. And Lisa's always going to school for something.
Well, I decided that at this stage of my life, I wanted to finally finish a bachelor's degree, which I never did before. And it's always been kind of hanging out there as something I wanted to accomplish for myself. So I'm almost finished. I am 3 courses away from having a bachelor's degree in computer information systems. So I'm kind of a triple threat. I sing, I songwrite, and I have a brain.
Yeah. And you got a great husband to boot.
Yes, and it's all good.
Anybody?
But I'm singing, for the most part, I've been singing for my supper essentially as I'm going through school. I'm working with Esteem Entertainment as part of their whole lineup, and so sometimes I sing country, sometimes I sing weddings, sometimes I sing rock, sometimes I sing jazz. Whatever they need, that's what I bring. So,
That's what we should do.
What?
I'm a little bit country, and I'm a little bit rock and roll.
I'm supposed to be the country one.
Yeah, but I'd rather do that than Sonny and Cher. It's Donnie and Marie.
I saw them in Vegas.
They're corny, I don't know who's cornier, either Donnie and Marie or Sonny and Cher, but they both have hit songs. So at the end of the day, you could be corny or horny. A hit song is a hit song.
That's exactly right.
Right?
That's right.
And I give them a lot of credit. I wish I was able to be a one-hit wonder with NYV. And it's not fair when people laugh and they make fun of musicians. They were one-hit wonder. What the F did you do? Are you still making a couple $100,000 a year in royalties?
Yeah.
So, right?
Exactly. Yes. You've got to be out there doing your thing, and you can't let anybody's opinion stop you. You got to just go for it. Do it. So
you know the deal. There's a lot of characters in this entertainment business, the music business. Listen, I'm a character, but I'm dedicated and I'm serious what I do, even if it's on a small level or with the music. When I do it, I'm serious about it.
Yeah.
With the show, we're on a small budget, so we're only able to do what we do, but we do the best that we can, and with what we have, and we're lucky enough to have the facilities of CTV to have a platform from, right, Lee?
Yeah, and it's a great studio. And while we're talking about that, I will help Johnny on the Up Late with Johnny Potenza page. I'll help you get a sign up thing going there so that people who live in the Staten Island area, if you'd like to come to the live taping, we would love to have you in the studio audience.
Yes.
But they've got a protocol that we have to follow, right? So tell them, John.
And that's the problem these days, and it kind of stinks because we always bring people into the studio. You get your good days and your bad days. It all depends on the guests too that are there. You have to have a vaccination card. I know it sucks. I mean, it is what it is. I'm vaccinated. Not that I wanted to get vaccinated, but I have bronchitis every year, and I had to get it after I got COVID the first time. But hearsay about that, you have to have a vaccination card to come in, and that's the problem too with our low audience since we've been back, and half my staff are not vaccinated. So we're running with a half a staff, 5, 6 people from 11 to 12 people that we have every month. So it's a little more work on our end, but we still make it happen. And even if we had 15, 20 people in the audience, more than enough to make noise, clapping.
Yeah, for the
You know,
comedian, for
yeah.
for Chris, Monty, and for Steve the magician.
Yeah, mainly for the guys that really
Yeah.
need. Yeah, the comedian, you gotta have an audience. The comedian feeds off that. We love having an audience. We like seeing everybody, and it's a better vibe. It keeps us on our toes. The band, yeah, the band loves it, but the band can always play by themselves. The musician, the magician needs an audience. So that's the problem. I remember back in the day, it was great. There's always 40 to 50 people in there. We got big names, say like with Joe Franklin and Big Andrew. There was over 125 people squished in that studio, and then people in the halls and in the green room. Vinny Pastor, when he came on with Don Jameson, there was 75 people in the studio, and then you'd be surprised that an unknown local band will pack the place too. So it's hard. I just hope one day we're all able to get back to normal. Everybody's lives we go back to where we left off 3 years ago, whenever fuck this thing kicked up on us. What is it, 2.5 years now? 2 years?
We're into the third year, aren't we, everybody?
Well,
We all kind of come from the same place, that we want the best for our friends and our families. That's what we do have in common. Is that one of those pass and win?
you want to laugh?
What is that?
Michelle got me this when we were. That's all, folks. We were in the dollar store, and I'm like a big cooch. And I saw this there, and we were ringing stuff up. I go, put this on there. She goes, what do you want that for? I go, just get it. And we put it. She's like, oh, whatever. And we put it there. I got home. I was playing with it. She's like, you're so annoying. But yeah, I love this thing.
Oh, I thought it was gonna make a fart noise.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, guys, we're kind of running long here a little bit. We want to let you know that we're going to put a sign up on the Up Late with Johnny Potenza Facebook page, and they can go to the website. Tell them the website address, Johnny.
The website is www.johnnyptv.com.
Okay. Yes. johnnyptv.com. And so you go to that front page, and then there is a link so that you can get tickets to the show. So if
Let me explain it one more time to everybody, the people who don't know, people who know, even when you tell people, there's a bunch of different ways. It'll be posted on the page, but if you go to the page, on a computer, you'll see tabs on the top, and it'll say up late show tapings. You hit that, the form's there. Your name, your email, send, you get a confirmation the next day.
Yeah.
Or if you don't see that on your iPhone, on the left-hand side, there's a bunch of buttons. You hit that, you'll see the same thing. Or you'll see the flyer, and you click on it, it goes right to the form. So it's pretty much ABC. A monkey could do it. I'm telling you. It's that easy. It's so easy. And the website has the address. It has the phone number. Anything you need to know is on there.
Yeah.
And that's it. So until we see you soon, and we're going to be seeing you sooner than you think, I'm Johnny P.
I'm Lisa Coppola.
And just for Lisa, take care. And comb your hair.
Comb your hair.
Right.
Take it easy,
Good night, everybody. Thank you.
Good night. Thank you.